Looks like our game is starting here. Hear the countdown. This is going to be on merry-go-round.
Yep.
This best of 3 series between Seed and Daisy. Seed leading 1-0 over his Protoss opponent.
Yeah, grabbing that advantage. Definitely nice to have in a best of 3. He gets a little more comfy, possibly go for some cheesy shenanigans on this map, because you know the middle of the map's not a bad proxy location. So we could very well see it. Let me just hop in the game here, guys. Sorry about that. Alright, spawning in the 6 o'clock position of merry-go-round, representing Waze Spider. It is our red Protoss, Daisy.
Spawning at about 2:30, we have our blue Protoss. We have Seed.
Spawning at tea time, Seed.
Is that when tea time is?
I don't know. I thought of anything close to 2:30. Nothing else is close besides maybe tea time. I don't know. I don't know tea time.
I like tea.
I like tea too, but I don't know about tea time.
Not as much as I love coffee.
Yeah.
Speaking of which.
Neither player pushing out any sort of early proxy, so we're not seeing any 2 gates come out of these players. I think that we're going to see the standard 13 gateway. Go for maybe the early expand, possibly some 1-base aggression. But see both players maybe go back into Phoenixes immediately, which could happen if they both are that style of PvP player.
I mean, it worked for Seed once. I'm not sure if it's because of what Daisy also did that made it viable, but I'm sure he had plans for that regardless. I mean, Phoenix can lift up units and target them down rather quickly. They're very great for mineral line harass. You'll find that they'll just run through your workers extremely fast.
And if you refuse to build them, maybe it's hard to keep up with them. You know, you had a lot of stalkers, a lot of defense, a lot of cannons going on. So you're almost forced to keep building Phoenixes.
As long as you have the gateways to support your Phoenix play, transitioning out of it shouldn't be too crazy.
But it's hard, you know, if you've invested upgrades into it, you transition into what? Like, you really want to go into ground forces
right
at that point when you've gone for air upgrades? You're probably going to Tempest after that.
Well, as we saw, the upgrades definitely didn't make the battle for that one, so it would have depended on the composition, I think. However, if his opponent went for like some sort of crazy Colossus play, then he would have been completely screwed with all of those Phoenixes on the field. So,
yeah. Great
scouting by both players to kind of confirm that they were doing the same thing. And then Daisy just kind of spun it on its head just to get that edge over his opponent.
Seed is getting the scout first on his opponent, poking into the main base, kind of see. We have a Cyber Core coming down. We also have another gateway, so a 2-gate coming out of both players on this map. They're both building their second gateway rather than any sort of Stargate.
Be like, hey man, you got what I got.
Yep.
I'm doing okay.
Yep, both going for a Stalker.
Checking the timing on all of these things, probably popping over to his own base to look at his, seeing when his second gateway was started versus his opponent. See if he can get any seconds out of there. It's hard to make a window out of 3 seconds. But as we saw for Seed last game, having the first Phoenix certainly played out nicely.
Mothership Core doing the poking, looking for the proxies. Definitely a good function of the Mothership Core. Not seeing any. Instead, again, it looks like he's going to poke across, try to do some harass on the probes. This could be a little annoying. He does have a stalk coming out first, and in fact, building 2 stalkers right now, so he's going to be able to poke this Mothership Core away pretty easily.
Excited for the upcoming Blink play. Then.
Yeah, both players dropping Twilight right away, so they're both going to go a lot more stalker play. No Phoenix play going to be happening.
Game of Blinks.
Yep.
Who's going to have the better micro in this one? Last time, Daisy had a lot more impressive micro despite losing the game.
Yeah.
With those Phoenixes being pulled back, that was very, very impressive.
It was cool. I've seen some players do similar things. Like I saw a while ago. Baby and I had some very similar, really cool Phoenix micro. But to see it happen live is just something else. Like, that's really cool. Mothership Core getting poked away. Gonna die. Has to recall right now. Ooh, that was close. Didn't get any sort of damage done that it wanted to.
It's an interesting pylon, safely placed.
Yeah,
out of harm's way.
This is a weird little ramp right here. Like
that little ledge almost made for a pylon to warp in on the
really
lower or
is.
high ground. Kind of interesting there.
Perfect size. 3 stalkers, Mothership Core poking out.
Blink about halfway done for both players. We're going to see a Robo versus 2 extra gates.
Yep.
So that'll be pretty cool to see some Immortals come out for Daisy. That'll certainly help. Can't warp them in, so they'll have to waddle their way across the map rather slowly. An expansion also coming out for Daisy.
We could see some Warp Prism play come out of that Robo as well. Definitely possible.
Yeah, I'm not getting the sense that Seed has any inclination to build a natural right now. Those extra gates are showing that he's looking to be aggressive. He's warping in his aggressive pylons right now.
Yep.
He's rallying his forces. With 2 extra gates, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out versus maybe 1 Immortal by the time he gets over there. It doesn't look like
Maybe
it. Robo's
1.
just
Yeah,
finished. No Robo in production yet. He needs to start it and chrono boost it if he wants to get that out in time. Make use of that Robo. This natural now taking damage. Going to try to force a cancel. Aggressive blink coming out of Daisy.
Dropping the Mothership Core.
But the reinforcements here might be too much for him. Seed pushing forward. And try to snipe those sentries. Gonna do just that. Both of those go down. 200 gas in the hole. Mothership Core getting focused down without the Photon Overcharge. And Daisy is in a tough spot.
This is looking like game 2 is down for Seed. He's going to take it again with some brilliant 4 gates.
Wow. Just by brute force.
Yeah.
He just got right in here. Weak Stalkers at the front, not so great. Blinks him back at the very last second, focusing down the Zealots. Workers coming to dance and soak up the damage, but at what cost?
This reinforcement pylon has moved up right now. More Stalkers. All the probes are dead. Seed takes